Om Shanti, Avyat Bhakdada, 19th of February 2023. Original date 23rd of December 1993. Title: The Transformation of Your Attitude Through a Firm Vow of Purity. Today, the Highest on High Father is seeing all his great children. All the children have become great souls because they have adopted purity, which is the main basis of becoming the greatest of all. All of you have kept a fast of purity in the form of a promise. To make a vow, (vrat), in the form of having a determined thought means to transform your attitude, (vritti). A firm vow changes your attitude. This is why people on the path of devotion make a vow and keep a fast. To make a vow means to have a certain thought in your mind, and to keep a fast means to take physical precautions, whether with your food and drink or in your activity and behaviour. The aim of both is to change your attitude through a vow. All of you also made a vow for purity and made your attitude elevated. What attitude did you create towards all souls? With the attitude of all souls being brothers, that is, with the attitude of brotherhood, you Brahmins became great souls. All of you have made this vow firm, have you not? The meaning of Brahmin life is to be a pure soul, and this purity is the foundation of Brahmin life. The foundation is strong, is it not? Or does it shake? To keep this foundation constantly unshakable and immovable is to attain the happiness of Brahmin life. Sometimes, when children have a heart-to-heart conversation with the Father, or when they give their true charts, what do they say? They say they do not experience as much supersensuous joy and power as they should. In other words, they do have it, but not to the extent that they should. What is the reason for this? You say that you are the Master Almighty authorities, ones with all powers. If you were asked whether you are the masters, ones with all powers, what would you say? You would not say no, would you? You would say yes. You are the masters, ones with all powers, and so, where do the powers go? You are those leading a Brahmin life. You are not just Brahmins in name, but those who lead this life in practice. So, if there isn't the experience of complete peace and happiness in the life of a Brahmin, or if a Brahmin is not full of all attainments, or does not have them constantly, then who apart from Brahmins would have this? Can anyone else be this? Only Brahmins can be this. What do all of you sign as your signature? You say, BK, BK so-and-so. Is this firm or weak? So, what does BK mean? So, this is the definition of a Brahmin. Why do the words to the extent that ... so accordingly ... emerge? You say that the mother of peace and happiness is purity. So when you don't experience that much supersensuous joy and sweet silence, the reason is that the foundation of purity is weak. You were also told earlier that purity does not just mean a vow of celibacy. This vow is elevated because the great souls of today do not just consider this vow of celibacy to be difficult, they consider it to be impossible. So, you have made the impossible possible with your determined thought, and you have followed it easily. Therefore, to make this vow is not a small thing. But Dada gives blessings from the heart, as well as congratulations to those who have observed this vow. However, Bap Dada wishes to see each Brahmin child complete and perfect. So, you have imbibed this main aspect in your life and easily made the impossible possible. Therefore, what is so difficult about imbibing all types of purity? All of you know the definition of purity very well. You do know it, do you not? If all of you were asked to give a lecture on the topic, "What is purity?" you could give this lecture, could you not? You can do this very well, can you not? So, since you know this and accept it, why are there the words, "to the extent that... so accordingly... What aspect of purity is weak so that it reduces your experience of peace, happiness and power? Purity does not remain unshakable in one stage or another. Therefore, check in what aspect of purity there is fluctuation. Bap Dada is not clarifying all the different forms of purity because you know them anyway. You have heard them many times, and you also relate them to others. You even talk to yourself about it. Yes, this is purity, this is purity. What does Bap Dada see as a result in the majority of you? You have a lot of knowledge. You have become bestowers of the method of yoga. You are very clever when it comes to talking about the subject of dana. And you are also ahead of one another in doing service. So, what else remains? You have become number one knowledgeable, but you become careless in just one thing. That is in transforming yourselves from wasteful thinking, seeing, speaking and doing by putting a full stop in a second. You even understand that this weakness brings about a difference in experiencing happiness. It becomes an obstacle to becoming an embodiment of power and similar to the Father. However, what happens even then? You are not able to transform yourself. You are not able to put a full stop. You put a comma and think, "It is all right, I understand this." Or, seeing others, you put an exclamation mark of surprise and think, "Even this happens, doesn't it? Should it be like this?" Or you put a Q, brackets Q in Hindi means why, of question marks. You make a queue of questions. To put a full stop means to put a dot. You can only put a full stop when you have the awareness of the Father, the dot, and of the soul being a dot. This awareness gives you the power to put a full stop, that is, to put a dot. At that time, some even think, I have to stabilize myself in my stage of soul consciousness. However, instead of you seeing souls, Maya makes other people or things repeatedly appear in front of you on her screen. Through this, the soul is hidden, and the person or thing appears clearly in front of you again and again. So the main reason is that you lack the controlling power to control yourself. You know very well how to control others, but you don't know how to control yourself as well. That is, how to use your power to transform yourself. When Bap Dada hears some children, he has to smile. When it comes to transforming yourselves, or tolerating something, or when it comes to having to accommodate something within yourselves, what do most of you say? I have to die all the time. I have to change all the time. I have to tolerate all the time. However, this dying is not like the dying where people say that someone has died and gone to heaven. In that dying, they do not go to heaven. But in this dying, you receive an elevated seat in heaven. So, this dying is not dying, but it is claiming your self-sovereignty of heaven. So, it is good to die, is it not? Or do you find it difficult? At that time, you may find it difficult. I am not wrong, that one is wrong. You do not then know how to put right that which is wrong. Should the one who is wrong change, or the one who is right change? Who has to change? Both have to change. In spiritual language, consider the word change to mean to move forward. Do not take it to mean to change yourself, but to make progress. It is not changing in a wrong way, but changing in the right way. Do you have the power to transform yourselves, or do you think that you will transform anyway at some point? The meaning of purity is to imbibe at every moment the importance of the 3 dots in your thoughts, words, deeds, connections and relations. When any situation comes, you must first offer yourself by putting a full stop in a second. I have to change. Those who offer themselves in this way receive blessings in 3 ways. Firstly, you receive blessings from yourself. To experience happiness means to receive blessings. Secondly, from the Father. And thirdly, you also receive blessings from the elevated souls of the Brahmin family. So, does this mean to die or to attain? You attained something, did you not? So, what will you do? Increase your efforts of putting a full stop and, with controlling power, bring about transformation at a fast speed. Do not bring about carelessness. This happens all the time, is a thought of carelessness. Transform the carelessness and become alert. Acha? To all the great souls everywhere, to the souls who have made the most elevated vow of purity, to the elevated souls who transform themselves by putting a full stop in a second, to the souls who offer themselves to become instruments for an elevated task, to the souls who are similar to the Father and who inculcate the importance of the 3 dots into their practical lives. Love, remembrance, and namaste from Bap Dada. Bap Dada meeting daddies. Everyone experiences happiness when they see you. Why do they become happy? Brackets, Bap Dada is asking everyone. You are happy when you see the daddies, are you not? Why do you become happy? They give happiness through their vibrations and their actions, and you are therefore happy. You experience happiness when you meet such elevated souls, do you not? Brackets to the teachers. You also follow them, do you not? Many children think, the Father is the Father, how can we become the same as He is? However, the instrument souls are your equals. So, since they can become this, can you not become this? The aim of all of you is to become complete and perfect. If Baba were to ask all of you to raise your hands as to whether you want to become 16 celestial degrees full or 14 degrees, then for which would you raise your hands? For 16 degrees. So, what does 16 celestial degrees mean? To become complete. Since you have this aim, you have to become this. It is not difficult. You have to become this. Do not become upset over little things. You are becoming idols, and so there will of course be a little hammering. How else would you become an idol just like that? To the extent that some are in the front, so accordingly they have to go across the most storms. However, they do not experience those storms to be storms, but a gift. That storm, brackets tufan, also becomes a gift to make you experienced. So, it has become a gift, brackets tofa, has it not? So, you like accepting a gift, do you not? Or do you find it difficult to accept a gift? So, this is also receiving. It is not giving. It is difficult to give, but it is easy to receive. Do not think, is there just this in my part? Do I have to experience all the obstacles? Welcome them. Come, this is a gift. What does that matter when you receive the most gifts of all? To become a very accurate idol means to be hammered more. It is only by hammering the idol that they are able to make it right. You have become experienced in this. It is nothing new. You find it to be a game. You continue to observe it. You smile and continue to give blessings. All of you teachers are courageous, are you not? Or do you sometimes get scared? We did not think that this would happen. If we had known of this before, we would have thought about it. Do you double foreigners think, we did not think that this is what would happen by becoming Brahmins? Did you ever think this? Have you come here after thinking about this, or do you still have to think about it? Acha? No matter what someone is like, Bap Dada only sees what is good. This is why Bap Dada always says that everyone is good. He would not say anyone is bad. Even if there are 9 bad points and 1 good point, what would the Father say? Would he say that this one is good, or would he say that this one is very bad and weak? Acha? This group has become big. Brackets, souls from 21 countries have come. It is good. Only when this house becomes full will another one be built. If the house does not become full, there will not be a margin for another one to be built. Only the necessity brings that facility in front of you. Acha. Personal meeting with Avyakt Bapdada. The confluence age is the age to accumulate an income of multi-millions at every step. Do you consider yourselves to be multi-million times fortunate? Are you accumulating an income of multi-millions at every step? So, how many multi-millions have you accumulated? Is it countless? Because you know that the time to accumulate is now. You will not accumulate in the Golden Age. There will be actions there too, but those actions will be neutral, because the actions there are related to the account of the fruit of the actions you have performed here. So, here it is the time to perform actions, and there it is the time to eat the fruit. So, do you pay this much attention? For how many births do you have to accumulate? Brackets 84. You experience happiness in accumulating, do you not? You don't have to work hard, do you? Why do you not feel it is hard work? Because you receive instant fruit. Do you receive instant fruit, or are you moving along on the basis of the future? This instant fruit is even more elevated than that of the future. The way constantly to perform elevated actions and receive elevated instant fruit is always to remember, if not now, then never. Your name is Double Foreigners, and so the title of double is very good. Therefore, you are double in everything, in your happiness, intoxication, and in your efforts, double in everything. Double in doing service too. And you also always stay double, combined, not single. You don't ever have any thought of being double, do you? That you need some company or a companion. If you want this, then tell Baba. It shouldn't be that when you get back home you say that you want a companion. No matter how many companions you have, you will not find such a companion as this one. No matter how good your companion may be, they are all those who take, not those who give. Is there any such companion in this world? Just go and look around in America, Australia, Africa. See if you can find one. No matter how much human souls become givers, even while giving, they would definitely take. So, what should you do when you find a companion who is the bestower? No matter where you go, you will have to come back. None of these will go. None of you are weak, are you? A photo is being taken. This photo will then be sent to you to show that you had said this. Say, this is never going to happen. Even Bapdada cannot stay alone without you. Acha. Blessing. May you become a Mahavir, brackets great warrior, seated on your vehicle and holding all your ornaments, and grant visions of the Father. A Mahavir is one who holds his weapons. Shaktis and Pandavas are always shown on their vehicles with their weapons. The weapons are their ornaments. Each vehicle is an elevated stage, and the ornaments are all the powers. Only those who are seated on their vehicle and who hold their ornaments can be the images that grant visions, and who hold their ornaments can be the images that grant visions and those who grant visions of the Father. This is the duty of the Mahavir children. A Mahavir is one who overcomes all adverse situations with his flying stage. Slogan: make your stage elevated with your constant and steady efforts, and a test paper as big as the Himalayas will become like cotton wool. Om Shanti. Notice, today is the 3rd Sunday of the month, and all Raj Yogi brothers and sisters have special yoga tapasya from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. to experience the rays of the Sun of Knowledge, the Almighty Authority, God, falling on you and reaching the whole world through you, with which the darkness of ignorance of the whole world is being removed.